and my little sous chef Gwyneth, and tonight we're whipping up a really easy roasted garlic focaccia style bread made from pizza dough, and we just came up with this a couple weeks ago when we were looking for like a quick, easy focaccia style bread. You ready? You gonna help me?
Yeah, baguette.
Yes.
Pizza dough.
Pizza dough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So the first thing that we're gonna do is get ready for the roasted garlic, and we're gonna take 2 square sheets of aluminum foil. I want it extra thick because we're gonna put extra olive oil on so that we get a lot of garlicky olive oil at the end. So, okay, we're gonna do salt in a second, so hold that there, just like that. Okay, I'm gonna use the sharp knife and just cut off the top half of the garlic. Okay, and then we're gonna put it here so you've exposed the tops of all the garlic cloves. Yep, okay, so we're gonna do olive oil first. So because when we're done, we're going to drizzle a bunch of olive oil over the finished garlic bread, and I want it to be really garlicky olive oil. We're going to put almost a 1/4 cup. You can eyeball it or measure it. Okay, ready to help me? This is not owie.
This is backwards?
This is olive oil. Oh, there you go. Does it taste good?
Tastes good.
Okay. So, and the next thing you're going to do is just sprinkle some kosher salt over there. Okay, can you sprinkle some salt on the garlic? Okay, that's plenty. Okay. You don't need too much. Just, okay, that's perfect. So then we're going to wrap it up. There we go. So now it's in a little envelope, and you're going to want to put it on a small cookie sheet. I actually have a cookie sheet already in the oven because we're making ratatouille. So I'm just going to pop it on there, and we're going to let it cook at like 375 for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, let's put it in the oven. Okay, so our garlic is done roasting, and it's still pretty hot, but I'm going to take it out of this foil, which is filled with that really garlicky olive oil. So you want to be careful not to spill it. Okay, I'm going to set you down. So I'm going to take the garlic out. Yeah. Can I use that bowl, please?
Oh.
And then I'm going to pour the garlicky olive oil in there. You smell? Ooh. And we'll just set that aside for a minute.
Okay.
And then very carefully, I'm going to use the spoon, just be carefully because it's hot, and remove these garlic cloves and try and keep them as whole as you can. And just set them aside until we get them all out. Okay, so now I've gotten all of the garlic cloves out. Okay, hold on, I'm going to pick this up. Okay, you can hold that, not too hot. So I have all the garlic cloves pulled out, and now we're going to do our bread. Okay, so now we're ready to make our bread, and I have some pizza dough here on a lightly floured surface, and we just pick up our pizza dough from a local pizza place, which a lot of pizza joints or Italian restaurants will sell you or give you pizza dough, and so you can find out if you have that option locally. Otherwise, you can just whip it up. It's really easy. But obviously it's a lot easier if someone else makes it for you. So now we're going to make our garlic bread. So again, it's a lightly floured surface, and the first thing we're going to do is spread it out. Can you help me? Like that, real gentle.
Like that.
Stretch it out into a pizza-like shape. Careful not to tear it, which I just did. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to lay it out. Does that look good to you? So it's kind of nice if it has some bubbles in it. Okay, and then we're going to take about 1/3 of our garlic cloves. Okay, can you push that down, please?
Push down?
Yep. And just sort of, yeah, it's warm. And just nestle it into the dough randomly. Okay, let's do one more right there. And then you're just going to take it, and you want to try and get some air into it. Okay, so we're going to fold it over, make kind of a pocket, and then use your fingers, keep pushing down like that. And you're just gonna make a bunch of little indents in it. Okay, ready for more garlic? Can you put that in there? And then you're just gonna tuck more of the garlic cloves, another third, into some of the little indents you made randomly. Good job, sweetheart. Okay, and then one more time. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit, and then just fold it over again. And it doesn't have to be any particular shape or anything, so then just a few more finger indents, and it should have lots, you'll see lots of little bubbles. Okay. Lots of bubbles. And then you'll have a few garlic cloves left. Okay, no. Gwyneth, please don't do that. You want to cook it before you eat it, preferably. Make a few more indents, and then take your last garlic cloves and just kind of tuck them on the top of the bread. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I just have a piece of parchment paper out. Because this has some olive oil mixed in, you don't want to put it directly on your pizza stone with the olive oil. So if you have a pizza stone, you should have it heating up in your oven at 450. If not, I should have said before, turn your oven on to 450 so it preheats while you're getting this put together. I'm going to take just a tiny bit, okay, of cornmeal, which you probably don't need on the parchment paper, but I like the texture that it gives to the bottom of the bread. Okay, spread that out a little bit. Great job. And then we're just going to put our bread. Okay, wait, we're going to cook it. I know you want more. Okay, that's all. Is it good? It'll be better when it's cooked. So it just looks kind of like that, nothing fancy. And I actually have my cookie sheet. I just popped it in the oven, so I'm going to set this on there and cook it for between 20 and 30 minutes, and then we'll have a nice crispy garlic bread. Yep, we're going to put salt on in just a second. Okay, so our bread has been baking in a 450-degree oven for 20 minutes, and depending on your oven, it might take a little bit longer, but it should be really nice and dark. It's hot. It's really hot. And it's firm. Okay, I'll get you some cheese. Hold on. The outside's firm, and the inside still feels a little bit doughy, but it is dough. So dough. Okay, so I'm gonna set you down. You're gonna help me.
Cheese.
So here we have our awesome garlic infused olive oil. So we're gonna pour this over the bread.
Help?
Yes, please. Can you help? Here we go. Okay. And next, we're gonna have cheese with dinner. This is fleur de sel, and you can also use kosher salt or another finishing salt, Malden sea salt, to sprinkle on top of the bread. I just like the kind of flakiness. Okay, top of the bread. Like this, like snow. Yep, helps if you make that sound. All done. Okay, so there you have it, and then you can let it rest for a few minutes, and some cheese. But when we cut it, okay, hold on, I'm going to cut it. You can see that the center, ooh, that's hot, has lots of like air pockets and holes in it, and all. As you slice it, the garlicky olive oil will just seep down in there, and you have little garlic cloves tucked in. So that's our super easy roasted garlic focaccia bread. Yep, and then we're gonna have, tonight I'm serving it with just a really simple ratatouille and some goat cheese that I actually poured a little bit of that garlic olive oil on. So there you have it. Are you ready for dinner time?
I poop.
We need to take a body break.